was your match of the year in 2023?
Ooh.
So I referenced it earlier, and everybody's going to look at me like I'm nuts, but I really think that MJF versus Kenny Omega is a mainstream now. I know we could be talking about Impact, and we could talk about some indie shows and stuff like that. Mainstream wise, I thought that was the match I'm sticking out in my mind because I couldn't believe some of the stuff that was going on in it. And MJF was not known for his wrestling, right? But he is. He's excellent. Match of the year for me.
Well, you got to think about like that. Jay White and Will Ospreay have both, on their own had really good matches this year too. I was a sucker for that LA Knight and Roman match, man. I really thought it was awesome the way they played it up, and you knew Roman was gonna win, but there were a couple times where like LA Knight was like, "Holy fuck, they may actually do this." I mean, obviously they weren't, but that's that's my Roman thing. Like he puts over the talent he fights. He may not fight a bunch, but he legitimizes them. Logan Paul, him and Logan Paul had a good match.
Where'd he learn that from? Brock Lesnar.
Right? Brock Lesnar sells like a motherfucker too, and people don't
Freaking
even like
wrestled 9 times a year, but when he did it, he didn't squash anybody. He would start squashing, and then there'd be that comeback, and you believe. And it's the same thing with Roman.
What is a good match?
That was another good feud from this year. Cody versus Rock.
The dog collar match, was that this year?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
this year. Fuck around. The FTR Briscoes.
Oh,
that this year?
Awesome.
Or was that last year?
That was last December.
That was last year.
I thought you meant CM Punk MJF.
Yeah.
You said dog collar, right? Isn't that what that was?
That was last year too, wasn't it?
Too.
Yeah, it might have been.
That was last year, yes.
Oh, there it is.
Thanks,
there it is.
Man.
Brings down the knowledge.
Maybe if you're going to ask questions like this, maybe we need
why are you asking about last year?
Think about them. Because I'm drawing a blank, like, off the top of my head,
I'm going with MJF, Bryan Danielson, Iron Man match.
That was this year?
Yep.
I mean, it seems like a long time ago. That's all.
It was in March.
Okay, long time ago.
Oh, Gunther. Well, wasn't that the three-way, like, at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That was a damn good one, too.
I got to shout out 2 right here, right off the top of my head. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. And Will Ospreay versus Speedball, Mike Bailey.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that's true.
I got to watch
Those
that.
matches were phenomenal.
Shout out to Matt M on the Will Ospreay, the Wrestle Kingdom one or whatever. Or no, I'm sorry, Forbidden Door. Shout out to Matt M on that one because we were watching it all at Huntsville, And he's like, "You're not thinking this is a good match?" And I'm like, "No, man. And my fucking beer's been out for 20 minutes." And then the waitress gives me a beer, and I'm like drinking it. And I'm like, Matt, this ain't a bad match. And he's like, "Oh, is that what it took? You getting a beer?" And I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much."
The Wrestle Kingdom match, I think, was the better one.
They did show the
spot where he's putting his head through the table. I think about that every time I think of Will Ospreay.
We talked about the feud being Sammy and Roman. What about that match, though?
No, it was a good match. Excellent match.